Hello. I'm so happy to see you today. I hope you're happy too. I know someone else who's going to be happy to see you, and that's Sue. So let me get Sue to come out and say good morning too, or good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Sue, come on out and say hello. Look, Sue, you want to say hello? We're so excited to see you again for circle time. We're going to do our calendar and our weather. We're going to talk about the letter I and insects today. Are you ready to get started, Sue? Me too. So Sue, if you'll go and sit quietly on the carpet, we'll start with our calendar time. Does anyone remember what the month is? The month is September. Can you say that with me? September. Very good. Now we're going to have to count to see what the number is for today. So help me count if you can, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now remember, when we're doing the date, we add the th at the end. So today's the 18th. Let's put it together. It is September 18th. Now the year is 2020. So let's put that all together, okay? September 18th, 2020. Go all the way up the calendar and you'll see that today starts with an F. F sounds like this. So be listening for the sound as we sing our Days of the Week song, okay? I need you to help me by clapping 2 times. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Did you hear the sound? What day is it today? Today is Friday. Can you say that with me? Friday. Friday. Yesterday was th Thursday. Tomorrow will be Saturday. But today it is Friday. Well, let's check the weather and see what it's like where you live. So look outside the window and see what the weather's like. Okay, we'll wait for you. Check the window. Look outside and see. Okay, so whenever I do this, then you put in whatever the weather's like for you, okay? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is, it is, it is, out today. It is, it is, it is out today. Okay, so we checked our weather. We know what day it is. So now it's time to talk about our letter for today. Our letter for today is the letter I. Now remember, there are always two. There's a big letter and a little letter. The big letter we call uppercase. The little letter we call lowercase. And this is the letter I. Now I'm going to show you how to write the letter I. So it's really easy. You're just going to make the number 1, and then you're going to give it a top and a bottom. That's the big I. A number 1 with a top and a bottom. Now let me show you on the handwriting house where to put the I. So if you want to, you can download the handwriting house and use it to practice later today. So let me show you. This is a big letter I, so we're going to be putting it upstairs and downstairs. So take a look at this. Okay, so we're going to start by making our number 1. And we're going to start from the ceiling upstairs and fall down. Then we're going to give it a top and a bottom. Number 1 with a top and a bottom. Number 1 with a top and a bottom. Now, let me show you something about this I. If you make the top on the top line and the bottom on the downstairs bottom line, then it's really nice and neat. So let me show you again. Can you trace on top of the top line and the downstairs green carpet line? That makes a really nice and neat big I. So let me show you something for our little I, but before I do, I need to tell you that I went outside and a mosquito bit me. Does that ever happen to you? Do you ever go outside and get a mosquito bite? Well, I don't know about you, but my mosquito bites are super itchy. Can you see the itchy dot? Well, the letter I has an itchy dot. In fact, the letter I makes the sound like an itchy dot. But let's try to make the little letter I, okay? It has an itchy dot. It's a little number 1 and an itchy dot. A little number 1 and an itchy dot. So let me tell you where to put the itchy dot, okay? On the handwriting house. So this is a little letter, so it's going to go downstairs. So we'll start our little number 1 downstairs. And then we're going to put our itchy dot upstairs, right in the middle of the upstairs. So number 1, itchy dot. Number 1, itchy dot. Number 1, itchy dot. Number 1 with an itchy dot. So that's the little I. So now we know what I looks like and how to write it. Now we need to know how it sounds. Now I is part of some pretty special letters. There are 5 of them and they're called vowels. Can you say that word? Vowels. Vowels. Well, there are 5 vowels and they're special letters. Those vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So I, the letter that we're talking about today, is one of the special letters. They're special because every word must have a vowel. Let me say that again. Every word must have a vowel. If it doesn't have a vowel, then it's not a word. So I is pretty special. And for the vowels, I have a story to tell you. It comes from Come and Meet the Vowel People class that I teach. That can be found in a different video, but I'll share it with you here about my friend I. This is my friend I, and he loves lollipops. Do you love lollipops too? I do. I do. Well, my friend I loves lollipops so much that he eats lollipops in the morning, he eats lollipops at lunch, and he eats lollipops at night. But when he eats all those lollipops, he gets really sticky and he says, eh, eh, eh. Can you say that? Eh, eh, eh. My friend I gets sticky and says, eh, eh, eh. Can you find a letter I in the picture? Hmm, can you spot an I? It's his lollipop. Very good. I see a number 1, and in the middle of the lollipop is an itchy dot. So I'm hoping that when you see the letter I, it reminds you of the lollipop, and then you'll remember that I says, eh, eh, eh. Very good job. Okay, now we're going to talk about our number for today. Our number for today is the number 2, and 2 looks like this. I'm going to show you on the handwriting house how to write it. You're going to go up, slide down, and out. Go up, slide down, and out. Let's try that again. Go up, slide down, and out. Do you see that I'm starting just below the ceiling of the upstairs? Then I can go up and give it a little curve. Slide down and out. This is the number 2, and now I want us to count some things. I have some pretty creepy things today. We're going to be talking about letter I and insects, and look what I have for us to count today. I have 2 spiders for us to count today. Can you help me count these spiders? 1, 2. How many spiders are here with me? 2 spiders, and they're coming your way now. How many spiders can you count? 1, and here comes another spider. Here he comes. 2. Very good. 2 spiders. I have some other insects for us to count. Take a look at this spider. He looks a little more friendly. Will you help me count? 1. Now this one's friendly. It's a butterfly. 2. How many insects are in the jar? 2. Let's count these insect shapes, okay? Will you help me? 1, 2. Very good. Thanks for helping me count the number 2. So today we're going to talk about our shape and our color next. For our shape, I went around my house and I looked for some things that were square. Let me show you some things that I found. I found a wooden block, and what shape is it? It's a square. I found a dice, and what shape is it? It's a square. And look, I see 2 dots. Let's count them. 1, 2. I found a Lego, and what shape is it? It's a square. I also found a Lego tray, and what shape is it? It's a square. How many sides does a square have? A square has 4 sides, and all the sides are the same. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do this at home if you'd like to. You can go all around your house and look for things that are square. You can go on a square hunt today. I bet you'll find lots of things that are square. For our color today and for this week, our color has been the color orange. So I have something to show you that's orange. It's an insect. See if you can tell me what this insect is, okay? Let's see if I can share it with you. Okay, what insect is this? It's a butterfly. And what color is the butterfly? It's orange, that's right. And orange is our color this week. This butterfly is called a monarch butterfly. Monarch. And monarch butterflies can fly a long way. What color is this butterfly? It's orange. Very good. So we talked about our letter and our number and our shape and our color. Now it's time to talk about our theme. And our theme today is I is for insects. So I'm going to tell you all about insects. And you might be surprised at what it takes to be an insect. Take a look at this first slide. Insects have 6 legs. Did you know that? All insects have 6 legs when they're grown-ups. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Insects have 6 legs. Let's look at something else that insects have, okay? Insects have 3 body parts. Now, sometimes it's hard to see the body parts because insects are so tiny, but look at the ant. It's easy to see his 3 body parts. 1, 2, 3. 3 body parts. Let's look at the next slide. Insects have wings, or at least most of them do, not all of them, because some ants don't have wings. But this insect does. This is a bee, and you can see the bee's wings. Most insects have wings. Now, I want you to do something. I want you to take your hand, and I want you to squeeze it. Do you feel something hard? Squeeze your hand. Do you feel something hard in there? Those are bones. And all our bones connect together to make our skeleton. That's the hard parts inside of us. Well, an insect doesn't have hard parts inside of it. An insect's hard parts are on the outside. The inside of us is called a skeleton, and the hard part of an insect is called an exoskeleton. The insect's hard parts are on the outside. Insects have 2 antennae, and that's our number for today. So let's count the 2 antennae. 1, 2. How many antennae does an insect have? 2. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the next slide. It says, is it an insect? So we're going to play a little game. And if you think it's an insect, when I show you a picture, if you think it is an insect, then give me a thumbs up. Yes, it's an insect. But if you don't think it's an insect, give me a thumbs down. No, it's not an insect. Now, how are we going to know? Well, here's how. You're going to look at the legs. If there are 6 legs, then it could be an insect. If there are 2 antennae, then it could be an insect. If there are 3 body parts, then it's an insect. But sometimes it's hard to see the body parts. Insects are so tiny. So let's watch and look and see if we can at least count the legs. We need 6. And the antenna, we need 2. Okay, let's play the game. Remember, thumbs up, it's an insect. Thumbs down, it's not an insect. Here we go. Is it an insect? Is it an insect? Let's be sure, okay? Let's count the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 legs. Let's count the antenna. 1, 2. There are 2 antennae. Now let's check the body parts. 1, 2, 3. Is it an insect? Yes, it's an insect. Thumbs up, everyone. Okay, let's look at the next one. Is it an insect? No, it's not an insect. The cat has how many legs? 4. And I don't see any antenna on the cat. It's not an insect. Look at the next one. Is it an insect? Yes, thumbs up. It's an insect. Let's look at the next one. Is it an insect? Let's be sure, okay? Let's count the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 legs. Let's count the antenna. 1, 2. There are 2 antennae. They kind of look like feathers. And there are 3 body parts. It's hard to see, but there are. This is an insect. Thumbs up, everyone. Okay, take a look at the next one. Is it an insect? It is an insect. Thumbs up. I can see 6 legs, 2 antennae, and 3 body parts. And a ladybug even has wings. Remember, most insects have wings. Let's look at the next one. Is it an insect? No, it's not an insect. Did you see 2 antennae? No. How many legs does a dog have? 4, not 6. Is it an insect? No. Now for the next one, it's going to be a little tricky. I want you to really count the legs. It's going to be tricky, but we'll talk about it when we look at the next picture, okay? Here we go. Is it an insect? What do you think? Let's count the legs to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The spider has 8 legs. But how many legs did we say an insect has? An insect has 6 legs, so a spider is not an insect after all. It has 8 legs. Now, a spider seems like an insect because it's creepy crawly like all the other ones, but it has 8 legs and it's in a different family. It's in a family called arachnid, but it does seem like an insect, doesn't it? Well, we had a lot of fun today, didn't we, Sue? Come on back up here and let's remember all the things that we learned before we say goodbye, okay? Sue, can you help us remember? Today we learned that it's September the 18th and it is Friday. We all checked the weather to see what it was like where we live. Then we talked about the letter I. We learned that I says it, like icky and sticky, letter I, or our friend I. We also looked at an itchy dot and we said that little I has an itchy dot. Itchy dot. We practiced writing the letter I, and you can do that at home if you'd like to, okay? We also then looked at the number 2 and we counted 2 spiders and some other insects. Then we talked about going around our houses and looking for things that are square. You can do that for homework if you want to, okay? We also talked about the color orange and we looked at a monarch butterfly. And what color was the butterfly? The butterfly was orange. You can do this for homework if you'd like. The link will be below so you can print out the worksheet. You can put itchy dots all over the letter I. You can do that with a marker or with a Q-tip dipped in paint or a fingerprint. So that's something fun that you can do. There's one other thing that I want to show you, Sue. I'm going to let you go and sit down on the carpet so I can show this. I went outside and I looked for an insect and I want to show you, okay? Now this is something that you might want to do for homework, okay? You might want to go outside and see if you can find an insect. If you bring him inside to look at him and count his legs and antenna, make sure to put him back outside when you're finished, okay? I have a grasshopper. Did you see him in the jar? I'll show you again. It's an insect. He has 6 legs and 2 antennae, and he even has wings. So that's another fun thing that you can do for homework today if you want to. Well, I had so much fun today, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, tomorrow is Saturday, and then there's Sunday. But I'll be back here on Monday. And guess what? We're going to have so much fun talking about letter J and the jungle. So if you want to bring a jungle animal to class to sit with you while you learn next week, you can. See you on Monday. Goodbye.